everybody? Welcome back to the Virtuosos. Jules is your host. I got Ryan here from the 716 podcast.
What up, everybody?
And you were actually the only person that actually came up to me during the Emergathon and actually wanted to be on this, so I had to get you on this early. And I'm glad I got you here because
Absolutely.
I actually, on purpose, I didn't give you a script or nothing.
Yeah, no, you
Because
didn't.
I feel like you're already a good talker. You're really going to fly, it seems like. And
Well, I appreciate
it's
that.
just natural, you know what I'm saying? You got your own thing going on. So tell the people about what you got going on.
All right. Well, as you said, my name's Ryan. I'm part of the 716 Legion here at Emerge. We're on YouTube, TikTok, all that good stuff. We do reacts to TV shows, movies, whether it be old stuff, like right now we're doing Firefly, which is a TV show from like 2002, or we're doing modern, like right now drops. We did Andor when that dropped. All the DC, Marvel, Star Wars, all that stuff. We're doing Fallout right now. I'm not a part of that one, but Jack and Christian and Rich over there producing for us. Thank you, Rich. So yeah, we got all sorts of stuff going on. We actually now have two YouTube channels under our umbrella.
Yep.
We've got the Dungeons with Dummies channel, which is our D&D live play channel.
Yeah.
Season 1's finishing up. Season 2's starting to be edited and put together. So we're excited about that. That's been a lot of fun. That's more of like the passion kind of project, if you will, because it's like we know that's probably not going to go anywhere.
Keep
but
your
it's a
keep
ton
your
of
soul
fun.
young though.
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Like that's the project that you do that you're like, this is totally part of the business, but you're like, this is for fun.
Yeah,
this is
for
to
fun.
we'll
Yeah.
play pretend a little bit.
Like let's do something else. And it's like
Yeah.
we definitely like this, and it's like nah, it's for us.
Yeah, that's
Just
for
keep,
us.
Just
That's
it's
for
something
us.
that you can look back on.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, this is something that we did
And
in
it's-
the meantime of growing the channel.
You know, and like the first episode of season 2. So season 2, actually, I don't know how much about D&D that you
I know,
you know.
absolutely nothing.
Okay, so I'll give you the quick and dirty version. Is basically just you have any number of players. Realistically, you could have one player, or you could have. I mean, there's like massive games. Like you could have hundreds of players, but realistically, it's usually anywhere from like 2 or 3 to like 10 is usually a really high amount. So somewhere in that amount, and then you got one dungeon master or game master, and so that, to put it into a perspective, it'd be like playing like an RPG video game like Skyrim or something, and like your 4 players are the players, and then the dungeon master is the game.
Yeah.
So like, and for season 2, I'm the dungeon master. So like, I'm voicing all the NPCs, all the enemies. I decide, a player might tell me like, oh, you know what? You mentioned like a shiny thing. Can I like look into that? And I'm like, yeah, you know what? You can. And maybe I'm like, you know what? I said there was a shiny thing. I had absolutely nothing planned for that. And in that moment, you got to sit there and be like, you know what? I want that. Do I want that shiny thing to be gold coins? Do I want that shiny thing to be a mystical mirror? Or do I want it to be an arrowhead and it's a trap that's about to like spring on the players?
Okay.
And you really have to sort of roll with the punches. So it's a great intellectual exercise. So it's a ton of fun in the moment. And then the first episode of season 2 has been edited. We put in we got artwork, we've got different graphics for stuff, and like roll animations, because it's all dice based. So it's like a player rolls, and if they roll low, bad stuff happens. So they roll high, good stuff happens. So like we've got different roll animations that pop up, and watching that, it's a different sense of pride, because it's like we did a very good job. Like it's a little, pat yourself on the back.
Pat yourself on the back.
But but at the same time, it's like it looks really good, and it's one of those things that's like, if someone came up to me and was like, Ryan, what is like your YouTube channel about? Like, what are you most proud of? Like, I would definitely show them that episode before I would show them any of our React content, because while I'm very proud of our React content, and we've built a phenomenal fan base, very energetic, comments a lot, and I'm so proud of that. But like the stuff where I'm like, this is us doing something borderline professional, I would show them the D&D stuff, because it's so well put together.
It is different.
And it's very captivating.
It's different. I don't know anything about it, but I know that like nobody else is doing that here.
Yeah.
So to find like that niche already is like somebody's gonna love this.
Yeah,
You know.
absolutely. And it's one of those things where it's like, it could be one of those things where if one person from all these different pods like wanted to do it, I could run like a pod game of
Yeah.
D&D, and like that could be like people do that now. D&D has turned into this thing where it's like when it came out in like the 70s, 80s, there's all the like satanic panic and the
Oh yeah.
like oh it's demons and magic
Yeah.
and or
They
the
don't
flip
want to touch
side.
that. Yes, they don't
Yeah,
wanna
either
touch
that and you're like, oh my god, or you're
Mhm.
like nerd and like these
Yeah.
people are getting their heads dunked in toilets.
Yep.
And now it's turned into this thing where it's like there are like businesses that use D&D as like team building.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
like it's
It does feel like that
such a
when you describe
different
it. Yeah.
it's such a different atmosphere now around the game, and really, and kind of tying it back to the React content, it's kind of like a completely different world when it comes to like nerd stuff in general.
Mhm.
Like being a nerd is cool now
Yeah.
to a
As
degree.
it should be though.
Like if you're really into the MCU, like no one, I mean, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
it's hit a little bit of a rough patch, but let's like just go pre-Endgame.
Yeah.
If you were like a diehard MCU guy, like no one's gonna look at you, no one's gonna sit there and like bully you. Like that's
Yeah.
no one's getting kicked on the
Yeah.
schoolyard for being an Iron Man guy. Like everyone's
Yeah.
be like, no, that's
I mean,
Robert Downer
maybe.
Jr.
Maybe.
Maybe, but like it much less so though,
Yeah.
right? Like you're not
It's
the
more
kid.
acceptable. It's more acceptable to like the
Yeah.
I guess like the nerd culture, like a bunch of heroes, a
Yeah.
bunch of you read a bunch of comics or something like that.
Nerd culture kind of
yeah.
became pop culture. Like
Yeah.
you're no longer the kid with broken glasses and the little pocket protector reading your
Yep.
comic book on the lunch at the lunch table and no one's
Yep.
sitting with you.
Mhm.
It's like, dude, you see that movie? Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that was so sick when he blew up the thing, and you're just sitting there and you're just having a conversation.
Yep.
And like it's still nerdy. Like it's still there's still jocks and there's still the classic cliques. You still got you still got your stoners, your nerds, your jocks, your preps, your whatever. You got your classic cliques, but it's less of a there's more of a melding. Like nerd culture kind of became pop culture there for a minute.
Yep.
And it's really we're seeing the effects of that, I feel like.
Hmm. So when you spoke about like the editing process and like when we talked during the merge time, whatever, you mentioned that you're the spokesperson, like you do the talking, and like no
Yeah.
nothing messy because what I said that night was a little bit crazy, obviously and personal. But I did say that like when you were brought on board, things did change.
Yeah.
Things changed for the better, and I know, and I think everybody that knows you guys knew that
Yeah.
it was a good shift, and it's
I
a great
appreciate
shift, and like you patch up for the back, I'm patting you on the back because like you really did build something special, and like I'm jealous in a good way because I'm like I do aspire to grow how you guys are growing
Yeah.
because you guys are doing a great thing, and like when you guys do your React content, I was like it's amazing, and then like you mentioned this D&D stuff, it's like you say like like it feels professional, it feels like top notch stuff, and as it should though because you guys like have molded this like creativity together. Like everybody has their own thing,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's just amazing because like I said like you're the spokesperson, but you don't try to step on the editor. Maybe not try to step on the editor's toes because
Nah,
but at
the
the same
editor's
time,
my
it's
brother-in-law.
Like,
He knows where I live.
but it's like at the same time, it's like you know that he does know
Oh yeah.
his stuff, and it does
Absolutely.
help that y'all all have your I wouldn't say assigned roles, but like where you thrive in most.
Yeah, and I appreciate you saying that, and we had that conversation, and like you said, keeping details to a minimum, but like that's kind of the role I fell into, both willingly and otherwise, because that's kind of ironically that was the role I was filling. Was
Yes, technically, yes.
The channel has I shouldn't say has a relatively active Discord with fans from TikTok and YouTube.
Yep.
Can join the Discord and chat with us, play games and whatnot. And that was a role that was vacated, and I was like, I can do that. I've done that in the past. I've run Discords.
Yep.
Not to throw my nerd creds out there
Yep.
that much, but like I've run Discords.
It's like little levels of nerd,
you know,
like getting up there,
like,
but running
not
the
to-
Discord.
you
Running
know,
Discord
it-
is,
but
is another
it's
tier.
like it's I'm like I've done this. I've done this. I can do that. And and it died down at first because there was some shifting of fandoms and stuff
Yeah.
with all of that. But and it's built back up to where we've got I've got a guy on there shout out Gear Trail if he watches this, but he fell in ironically through our live content. I've also taken up doing a lot of our live streaming when I'm off, when I'm on like long breaks from school, like summer break. I sat there and I was like, you know what? I've got all these great video games that I haven't played, and I'm not doing anything else, so I might as well help the channel and I'll live stream. And this guy found our live stream content. He had never seen our stuff. We popped up on his For You page.
Yeah.
On YouTube, which I wasn't expecting. I was really expecting a lot of live growth through like Twitch and TikTok.
Yeah.
And he found us on YouTube, and he commented on some of my Mass Effect gameplay, and he's like, "Oh my god, you know, I got to do I got to replay these games. Like, I'm going to watch this for a little bit. Like, you seem chill." I'm like, I appreciate that, dude. And I had a conversation with him. He was the only person chatting. So, you know, it was basically a one-on-one conversation. He watched for 3 hours that day, like and consistently commenting. And he's like, are you streaming tomorrow? And I said, yeah, I'm planning around, you know, I'll start like around 11. He's like, I'll be there. And he was there for the whole stream the next day. He's like, I don't care that I'm at work. Like, I'm not doing anything today. I don't care. Like, I'm watching. This is fun. And so he loves Mass Effect. He loves Mass Effect. Not every day. He's kind of toned it down a little bit.
Those two things he could have loved. It's either you or the Mass Effect.
Yeah,
so,
you know, it's one of two things. He loves Mass Effect. I'd like to think that he enjoyed like watching along with me and having that like connectivity, because he was pretty much the only commenter half the time. But he on the Discord, like he'll just comment at the, you know, at like 7-8 o'clock in the morning. He'll be like, your Mass Effect fact of the day. And it'll be just a random like nerd fact about Mass Effect, and they're all super interesting. Like he's crazy with it. Like it'll be the most obscure stuff that I'll be like, dude, how did you even know that? And he'll be like, oh, it was in a comic tie-in that came out in McDonald's Happy Meals. And I'm like, what are you on?
Right, what are you talking about?
What do you mean?
That's a different level of dedication.
Crazy,
though,
and I love it. And he's there for it, like all the time. He doesn't comment on anything else. Like
Just
he
the Mass
literally
Effect
like
stuff.
he would just do the live streams. He's occasionally on
It's
some
crazy.
other
He said
stuff.
he got to replay it. Like he probably just got done replaying it.
Yeah, you know, like what do you mean you got to replay it? Like you mean
you
from
never
last
stopped.
week? Like, you know,
never stopped.
But that's the kind of stuff I live for, because like you know, I'm making that guy. Like I see it very individually, and this is kind of the teacher brain as well, because my teacher brain tells me if I can improve one kid's life and the rest don't care about me, I've made a net positive. Like for me, the baseline for a teacher is the kids come in, they do the work, and they forget about you. Like that's neutral in my opinion. Like that's an okay teacher. You never want a kid leaving your room hating your guts, generally. That's you probably not doing something right, or that kid's got stuff not going right in their lives. But if a kid can walk out of the room and they're going to remember you for the rest of their lives, you're killing it. Absolutely killing it. I mean, literally just today, I had a group of 3 girls who are now in 10th grade. I taught them 2 years ago. They were in the building for some other thing. And they stopped at my room and had a conversation with me for like 5 minutes. You know, they were like, "Oh, we're running late, but we saw your door open. We want to talk to you, blah, blah, blah." We had a nice conversation. One of them got back with their shitty ex, you know, whatever. They're giving me all the details.
Getting the tea.
Yeah, you know, they got to catch me up.
Yep.
And they're like, "Oh, it's so good to see you, Mr. O'Hearn." We're like, "We're heading out, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, you know, that's the kind of stuff I live for. And so like taking that into reaction content and like content creation is, I don't care if nobody's watching. I care if the one guy that might watch is having a good time, because I'm doing my job. Like, and this is a hobby. This isn't even my job, you know, like, and so like professional content creators, like the guys that are making bank doing this, like it, and you know, you know, people, glass houses, stones, all that good stuff. You know, I don't know these people's lives, but it's always crazy to me when like hardcore content creators are like, "Oh, you only gifted like 5 subs."
Yeah, like not being appreciative.
Yeah, like you punk ass. Like you know, it's like, what do you mean? Like if we got a single sub, or it's like, "Oh, 5 subs, 5 subs, that's great."
Acknowledge that. You only did that. Like just speak up. You know,
like even like the concept of gifting subs is actually fascinating to me, because it's like it's someone saying, "I love this," and I know there's someone out there that's too poor, or not even too poor, but they just don't have the money to sit there and like spend, like sub to a thing that's being outputted for free.
Yep.
Like, you know, so it's like I'm gifting this to someone else that will appreciate it.
Yep.
Like I have the extra money that I'm going to pay for someone else to experience this. And so like that concept of content creation is very appealing to me.
Yeah.
Like even if we get hate comments, which we have.
Yeah. Oh,
it
comes with the territory. You might get more hate than you might get love one day.
Recently we did. I will say we generally, it's been all love, and that's why I've loved doing PR for the channel. Because I'll be in the comments. I'll have a conversation with someone at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
I'm always in the
like I don't care. Like someone comments like, you guys suck. It's like, yeah, but what do we suck? Let me know. Like I'm in those comments. I don't care. It rolls. There's nothing someone on the internet can say to me that a 12-year-old hasn't said way worse to me.
Yeah.
Like it does not matter at all. So it's I love it. I love it.
It comes with the territory though. Obviously you're gonna get people are gonna hate on something. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hear, you might have heard something that you might like, and then you might heard something you dislike. So it's like you just focus on what the dislike is, because it's easier to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's harder to say that I like something.
And it's even, you know, we got actually the video that we got a lot of hate on recently. We did like I said, we were doing Firefly, and so the guy who, long story short, the guy who created Firefly, Joss Whedon, who did like the Avengers movies, and he took over Justice League for Zack Snyder when he had to leave that production and stuff. Joss Whedon has some questionable, shall we say, things that in his Wikipedia. Let's put it that way. Like he's got a whole section of his Wikipedia for controversy.
We get the whole section.
We got the whole section. It's a problem.
It's not mixed in with the filmography.
When it's a little paragraph in the personal life section, you're like, all right. But when you've got a whole section where it's like controversies, you're like, ooh,
controversies. Yep.
Not great. So, and we ragged on that. Like the four of us, it was Christian, myself, Jack, and my sister Reagan, and we're sitting there. And we're ragging on him for that. We're sitting there like, oh, Joss Whedon made this. Oh, you can see it. And we're making jokes about it. And the comments did not like that, man. It was crazy. The amount of comments that were sitting there like, I watched this for 20 minutes because I'm the biggest Firefly fan that's ever existed. And all it was anti-Whedon agenda. And I was like, have you taken your meds today?
Yeah,
like I'm like, are you
way you acting
good?
Like that,
And it was wild. And I have to hold myself back because I've gotten in trouble with my co-owners of the channel for being a little too snarky in the comments at times.
Hey, it ain't nothing that Damien DeMond, with all due respect, can say to me that I'm like, hey man, I don't care. I'll defend them. I'll defend myself. I'll speak on their behalf. It's like, yo, like I see somebody like made fun of Damien's list, but I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
simple
exactly.
As that.
like
if you don't like it, then fucking block us.
And it's one of those things where it's like, if it's kind of funny, because there was one which it references an old SNL skit, but the comment said, Ryan, you ignorant slut. Is being annoying your personality or just a bit you're doing?
Oh, shit.
And I that was hilarious. I loved it. I loved it. Like stuff like that. I'm leaving it. I'm not even I'm not blocking
say and
that.
laugh my ass off.
I'm
You
not,
got it.
Yeah. Like, and there was
you gotta say something like
there was one that it was when I tell you it was like 4 paragraphs long. It was the longest YouTube comment known to man. It was the most fever dream thing I've ever read, and I read most of it. Towards the end, I'm like, I don't even know what's happening anymore. I commented. I said, not gonna lie, comment of the year. Congrats. And I'm like, because that's just gonna make that person so much more angry. So, and I look funny when people are the people that I want to laugh at that are gonna laugh at that.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna sit there and be like, oh my god, these guys have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
And then that guy's gonna get pissed, and so I win. Like it's
an
absolute
you win
win.
in a sense because like I'm gonna just post tomorrow. And then what are you gonna do? Comment on the next video? At the end of the day, you're helping me out. See what I'm saying?
And it's one of those things where it's like you have to find the fun in it, because we're doing this for lack of a better phrase, we're doing this for the love of the game. Like,
Yeah.
we're doing this because we're doing this.
Yeah.
We're in it because we're in it, and there's no, you got to take everything that comes with it, and and it's not without its challenges. It's not without its like, guys, we don't have anything. Like, we've gone through our backlog. We don't have anything. Who's available Wednesday at midnight to come in and do something?
Yeah.
And you gotta kind of nut up and do it. Like, you gotta come in. Like, it's not something you want to do. Like, I gotta be up in 4 hours.
Yeah, like,
to go to work. Like, I don't want to come in, but I
you
will.
think back on it, like that was a great time.
Yeah. It's like I'm young. I'm just got energy. Like, now's the time to do it. Like,
Yeah,
could you imagine trying to like sit there and have that sort of pressure, like with a family, and like I couldn't. Now's the time to do it. Now's the time to do it.
If you can
get it to a place where you can regiment it and sit there and be like, you know what, I'll go in Sunday mornings and only Sunday mornings. Like, I wish that could be it, but it's like, we're in here. We got to be in here 4 times a week almost.
Oh, you guys live here for sure. But it's a beautiful thing because like you reap the benefits of it. You guys are the biggest channel here. And you should be, because you put in the most hours. You should be at that level. And that's why, like, it just shows, like, in a way, like, I am jealous. I'm like, I'll be trying to tell Damien and Demond, like, I want to do more. So we need to do more. Yeah. And if I don't want to do more, then, like, I took this upon myself to do this because this is part of doing more. Yeah. Whether it's with y'all or without y'all, we need to get more out there.
Absolutely. And like, I love the way you phrase that, because it's like, it should never be, for this to work, like, whoever you're doing it with, you got to be pretty tight with, because it's like, it's not a competition. And this is part of the reason why I was brought on. It shouldn't be a competition within the channel. Yes. Like, it shouldn't be who's doing the most, who's doing the least, whose ideas are better. It shouldn't be any of that. Like, if someone is part of the channel for the vibes and that's it, that's great. Like, have the vibe guy. No doubt.
Be one.
You got to be one, right? You got to have one. But it's one of those things where it's like that person's no less valuable just because of the vibes guy than the guy who's doing all the editing. Because if you get rid of the vibe guy,
everybody's gonna notice you got rid of the vibe guy.
Yeah,
because it's like something's missing now. It's hard to replace that.
Absolutely, and it's one of those things too where it's like, you don't know what you need. You don't know what this person might provide in the future.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, I was technically brought in to do D&D, and that was it. And it evolved into me becoming like a full-time member of the channel. Yeah. But I originally was only brought in to do D&D with them because I knew D&D. But they had no idea when they first asked me to do that. They had no idea of the other things that I could bring to the channel. They didn't know that I was gonna I'm sitting there at work on my lunch break and I'm going through the YouTube comments. Yeah. Like, they were like, they had no idea, and there was no way to know to ask that question either. Yeah. So you sit there and you got to work with people that you like, and then you build from there. Yep. And it's like, it's not a competition. So like, you want to do more. You're doing this. Exactly. That's not a slight on the other two guys. Exactly. You got the time, you got the energy, you got the passion. Exactly. You're doing it, but it's all of yours. Like, it's still virtuosos. Yep. So it's like, it's all for one for all. Like, it's for all of your benefits, even if only one of you is putting in the effort, using air quotes there. Yep. So it's like the Fallout show. I wanted to do that, but I didn't see season 1 of Fallout. So I can't, in good conscience, react to season 2
instead of killing myself to watch all the content.
Like, I got busy stuff. I got a wife. I'm buying a house. I'm doing. I got a full-time job. Like, I couldn't sit and I couldn't find the time to cram in season 1. So season 2 dropped, and I said, sorry guys, I can't do it. And it's not a shrug and move on, but it's like, oh, that sucks, but we're still going to do it. And I'm like, absolutely. You should not wait for me. You should do it. Like, I think it's going to be good for the channel. And it has been good for the channel. It's slowly grown each episode, the people that we're pulling in with the Fallout stuff. And that's just 3 of us. Julian is out there making movies. Like, he's out there in the industry doing stuff. Yeah. So he's busy. He's very busy. And, can that get aggravating at times? Sure. We all get aggravated with each other about something. It's impossible not to.
Because it's natural.
Yeah, you're working with someone.
It makes it like, all right, tomorrow's a new day.
Yeah,
You know,
like
even hey, the next minute it's a new minute. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like
It's
we
like,
said our
oh,
piece.
Ryan was late to the recording, and it's like, yeah, sorry guys, I had to gas up, like I completely forgot, like it's whatever, and it's like that might annoy them because you know what, they've got lives, and I'm impeding on that time potentially in this scenario that I'm cooking up, but it's like. But they know that I got stuff going on and that I've been there. And it's just you working together, and you just have to find a way to make it work because all of us are bringing something different to it.
Yeah, exactly.
And all of us are. Julian has phenomenal creative ideas.
Julian's a beast, man.
And then
he
Jack
really
is superhuman with the editing.
Yes.
He is editing 80 things at a time, and somehow he gets all of it done. And it blows my mind.
I wish I had the chops to do that because I'll be like,
right?
I'm like, dude, how do you even manage? I'll be like, it's like barely anything I gotta do. We do mainly like short form content because like YouTube can get hard sometimes, especially with like reacts we were doing. I was like, I fell behind. I was like, I could never catch up, and I was like. I always just think like, how the fuck does Jack do this shit?
The man doesn't sleep.
It's like he doesn't get off his computer. He doesn't sleep. It's like I wouldn't be surprised he walked in right now. Like
he might.
Like,
he might. Believe it or not, we are going to record something after.
And it's crazy. We were here like a month and a half ago, and we're trying to get the Nintendo Switch to work, and I'm like, I can't get this shit to work. So then Rich calls and he's like, yo, how'd you get this working? He's like, oh, I had a capture card. I'll come bring it in like 2 minutes. What? How are you just that available and like that willing? I was just like, he's that guy. I text him random times all the time about asking about
great
stuff.
Guy.
Jack is amazing.
And
you guys got amazing.
And
people,
that's not me, you know, that might be me brown nosing, but it's not. You know, it's like everyone that knows Jack knows that that's not me brown nosing. Like, yeah, he's my brother-in-law, but guess what? He's stuck with me, so I don't have.
Yeah,
I could shit talk him. He's stuck with me. It doesn't matter. But like he really is. If I had to pick like the linchpin person, like if it weren't for Jack, this wouldn't work because he puts in the grunt work 1,000%.
Yeah.
He's in all the reacts that he can be physically.
It's crazy.
He's editing almost everything.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Christian is he's turning into the business guy for the channel.
Yeah.
Because we recently made it an LLC.
Yes, you guys did that.
And so like he's taking on those roles, but Christian is. I love doing reacts with Christian. Christian's kind of the vibes guy, if we're being honest. Like he's the guy.
He's the best vibes guy you'll get because he'll give you so much information. You're gonna be like, damn, he just said some really good shit.
He's super knowledgeable. Mm-hmm. He's a great guy to hang around. He brings a critical energy to how he reacts to content that I so appreciate.
The way he interprets shit. It's crazy because remember we did the Creature Commandos?
Yep.
And we're all like, oh, that's a great episode. And Christian just like, nope, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Because this is that. I'm like, hold on, now that you say that, yeah, Christian, fuck that episode. You know, fuck it, right? It was terrible. Now that you say that.
And it's one of those things where it's like, and even if you disagreed with him, right, where you're like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but I disagree. He's chill with that. He's just like, I don't think that's right. Like, and it's. You need that. Everyone can't be sitting on the couch being like seals and being like, oh yeah, you know, like you can't just sit there and love everything.
Yeah.
And it's not that he doesn't like it to not like it. He just knows what he likes and is willing to just sit there.
Yeah, what he'll accept
and be flat out and be like, you know, this is garbage. Like this is garbage. If you like this, you have bad media literacy. Like he will flat out lay it out. And
then give you a lot of information.
And then on the other side, we got Jack who sits there and it was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Jack,
we're like, Jack, what'd you think about it? He's like, Jack, it was
fun.
And it
was entertaining. He won't say it's bad. He'll say like, I was entertained at some point.
Yeah, like and you know what? And he's not lying. Like none of us are lying when we watch this stuff. It's just Jack had fun while watching it. And Christian will be sitting there and he's like, I saw a boom mic in scene 4, clip 5, and like it threw me off. And like it's very
Jack's
unprofessional.
editing, he's like, this dude.
Yeah,
he definitely seen
and
it.
Then and you know and then Julian brings his perspective and I bring my perspective and we've had a ton of different people on. Reagan's getting involved in more reacts and she provides her perspective and it's a completely different perspective than kind of everyone else. It's kind of via just whatever. It's kind of like a melding of Mayan Christians, but that's just because of who we are as people.
Yep.
And it's one of those things where it's like every new show is fun. And you know what else is really cool about this that I don't think very few people will sit there and just admit this, but like I usually just don't watch as much television as I would like, and this is an excuse for me to watch more television than I want to watch.
Because I was thinking that too. I was like, sometimes I'll get so behind on the show, it's like I don't even want to care to catch up. Like when Disney was dropping, if Disney drops like all episodes, I just did that with Wonder Man. They'll drop all the episodes at once. I won't watch it. I'm like, I just can't. I just don't feel like binging or feel like, and if I don't like it off the rip, I just I give up.
It's funny that you say that too, because literally that's my plan, is to bring up to the group that I've only heard good things about Wonder Man. I've not seen much of it, but literally people are out there saying that it is the best Disney Plus show.
Yes, I'm seeing that.
Which is crazy to me because I'm a Loki truther. Loki is, in my opinion, the closest thing to almost like a perfect, not TV show because it's too short, but like a
perfect MCU
limited
show.
series type thing. It's almost the perfect MCU show. And people are out there being like, no, Wonder Man clears Loki season 2 by a mile. And I'm like, what are you?
I'm seeing a lot of 9 out of 10s, 10 out of 10s.
Yeah, and I really want to watch it, but it's like I will never. I might.
You know,
but
if I get around
won't sit
to
there.
it, now that you say that, I might watch the first episode tonight, and if I'm feeling good, maybe I'll watch the second one tonight.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
It's like I'm kind of mad they dropped all of it at once, but
it deserves.
It's kind of like we did Ironheart, and it was like I wasn't really hyped for that, but I watched it because we were going to do it for the channel, and it was really good. I won't sit it it's not as good as people are making Wonder Man out to be. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but it's something that people I feel like should watch. It's one of those shows where I'm like, it's not going to blow you away, but this is good enough where you should watch it.
Yeah,
and we got some funny comments because we did that.
Oh my god, what are you talking about?
We did that with
Damon. Yep.
And one of the first comments in the first episode or second episode was like, "Oh, you guys invited a black guy so you could watch the show with a black character."
It was like you talking about the DEI guy.
Yeah,
the DEI.
Yeah, there was some funny, those were lighthearted comments too, because I can also
laugh at
tell the difference too. Is that was clearly meant as a joke. And then there's you can tell by tone.
Whoa, who's this guy?
Yeah,
their channel at this time.
Oh, interesting. You're doing a collab on the Ironheart show. Interesting. It's like, oh crap.
That is funny because I remember he screenshot and said to me, we was just dying laughing. I'm like, hey man, I mean, at least they acknowledge you, so now they know where to find you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the
and it's that kind of stuff where it's kind of getting a reason to watch these shows is really fun because especially with the hero shows, superhero fatigue. I shouldn't have to do homework to watch a movie.
Oh my god,
you're hearing all
we're
these
big
stuff.
on that too. We're big on that too.
Don't get me wrong. But I'm with you on that. But I'm saying in this sense, it's almost like we're taking the homework out of it by making it homework, but for the hobby, right? You're reacting to it, so it is homework. Yes. Even if you were gonna watch it, it is now homework because you're doing it for work.
Yep.
So it's it almost takes it out of it because you're forcing yourself to watch it for a different reason. So while you're watching it, you don't feel that fatigue. Yeah. I have noticed. Now, maybe that's just a me thing, but because the pressure to watch it is sort of external because it's for the channel.
Yeah, and it feels
instead of I need to watch this
continuity thing. It's
for continuity reasons.
And it's and maybe they'll see something I didn't, and it kind of makes me feel refreshed that I didn't have to and just stare at the TV can't miss nothing, can't miss no Easter egg. It's that's why it's good to have a Christian on there that has all this information and or you know what I'm saying, he might give you a different perspective compared to Jack, who might be it was fun, it was fun, but I do resonate with what Christian said because I also didn't notice that, so it does help that you have an extra however many people, like you said, you're not doing a Fallout one, but the Ironheart one, I didn't see everybody. It was just you, Damon, and Jack.
And Christian.
Okay, so
yeah, it was the four of us for Ironheart.
It's
and and the other thing to me too is sort of a self-validating thing with my taste in TV.
Mhm.
Is like I was watching Ironheart and I was sitting there. I'm like, this is good. Like, like I wasn't expecting this. Like,
Yeah.
this is really good.
Was it promoted?
It wasn't promoted.
Came out of
It
nowhere.
was a character that I felt like an unnecessary add-on to Black Panther 2.
Yes,
Kind of an
yes.
afterthought to
Because
that
it's
plot.
hard to bring in a new character in a movie like that when you started the way they did.
Yeah, and so I didn't have high hopes.
Mhm.
Like it was I want it to be good, but I don't think it will be.
Yeah.
And we were watching it and I'm like, this is like good. Like it's
Yeah.
not phenomenal, but this is like pretty well done. And we
Yeah.
finished and we were talking about it. And Christian, like not in those words, but he was like, this was good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, good. It's not just me, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, okay, this was surprising.
Yeah.
Like this, it
and I never even
intrigued
watched
me.
it, but I did see stuff about it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I like the premise of it, and where it ended up, I'm like, that's actually a really good premise of a show that isn't getting a lot of attention, but can bring in characters or a character that is very important to the
Yeah.
overall, I guess, universe. Like
Yeah.
anybody can be intertwined with this character, so it's like it is a good feeling when you can watch a show that you might not be high on,
Yeah.
and love it, or a show that you might be high on and it exceeds your expectations. Like I was
Yeah.
very excited for it. Like we don't really get to watch like everything or like a full series at once because like our schedules are like the way we record and the time we record it doesn't line up with any shows. Like Mondays, no shows come on Mondays.
Yeah.
Like when did that ever become a thing? I have no idea. But we watched like Invincible. The one day we watched the episode where Conquest and him fought,
Mhm.
and I'm like, wow, I was hyped for it, but like we're all like
It
we're
took it a
losing our
step-
mind.
it took it a
I
step
think the
beyond
mod
you,
hit
yeah.
the mic. Mike fell, was broke for the rest of the reacts. I'm like, yo, man, like I don't know what you did over there, but you did something. And I watched over. He just hit the mic. I'm like, yo. But I like that because like at the end of the day, it's like that's raw feeling.
It's
Like,
real, yeah.
it's
Like
in
that's
there.
what a
You know?
React channel should be. You should be reacting.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Actually react to it. Actually feel something. It's okay to feel something about a show. And it's like it's hard though because like I was editing The Last of Us for them
Mhm.
and I never watched any of it. And they didn't like it. So it's like maybe 10, 15 minutes like it's a bunch of this just I'm like, yo, like I don't know what y'all reacting to here. Cause it's nobody saying nothing. I'm like, either y'all can keep watching if y'all want. So I was off the show like for like 6 weeks, like doing nothing but
Mhm.
their editing and stuff. I was like, if y'all want, y'all could try to do something different, but it's like if y'all not talking through it, it's like these are like 19-minute episodes from an hour long show.
Yeah.
It's like I don't have nothing to really put in there. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's like if it's not real and it doesn't come off as like, authentic, it's like it's gonna be hard to put out as a react content, as you guys probably know as well. Like, all right,
Because we
it's
have
hard
had
to
that.
enjoy it and react at the same
Yeah,
time.
we've
too.
had that. Jack and I were the only two people interested in doing the Penguin show
that would be
for
good.
HBO. That was gas. That was
I didn't even watch it.
phenomenal. You got to
I'm
watch
that
it.
bad.
You got to watch it.
If I'm watching a show, I'm damn near not
you
watching
got
it.
it. You gotta
I'm that
watch it.
bad
It's so
now.
good.
I'm that
But
bad now.
so that show, it was so good. It was captivating.
Mhm.
We were it was just Jack and I. We were captivated. We weren't talking. And so like
Yeah, it
I
gets
would
like
be
that.
I would get self-conscious of it. I'd be like, we've been watching for a long time. I haven't said anything. So I'll sit there and I'll be like, oh my God, this is so good. Like I was just mentally just like, okay, if I really like something, I have to say something about it. Like, oh my God, the way her facial expressions were right there was really cool. And like I purposely was doing that because in the back of my head there's an alarm bell going off like, oh my God, we're just watching it.
Yeah, it's like
But-
you sit back, you like, you're not even at the
Right?
mic
Like,
no more. It's like you get that comfortable.
it's-
You get that comfortable.
But there's a part of it too that I think that, at least for me, I don't watch a ton of React content. It's not. I was never a big YouTube guy.
Mhm.
Like I know there are people out there that like YouTube is their television. Like they
Yes.
will they find their like
Can't eat without YouTube.
They- yeah.
that's,
like
that's
the
a
10
meme.
to 10 to 20 they find their 10 to 20 channels and that is their television. And like that was never me. So I didn't really know what React content looked like, but I put myself in the shoes of a viewer and I'm like, what would I want to see? And for me, I try to hit that happy medium. I want to see people enjoy the show.
Mhm.
Like I want to see people, I want to know that they're watching it, but I want to know that they're being somewhat critical of it and like actively watching.
Yes.
So it's like I don't want the people and I've seen clips of this like online stuff. I don't want the people that like watch the Marvel movies and like all I ever see of them is like raucous cheering and like tears and that's it. Because it's like
I think we all know somebody. Like,
it's like you know, look, we've all cried over a Marvel movie.
Yeah,
we probably all had one moment where Marvel got us to tear
3,
up.
Man, that was losing my shit over.
I'll tell you my story in a second, but my thing with that is like I want to see someone sit there and be like, oh, they're doing that with this character. That's interesting.
Yeah,
like I want to hear people's opinions. I don't want to just watch it. I don't want to feel like I'm in a loud theater.
Yeah,
watching along with somebody. I want to feel like I'm in a classroom watching with someone and we're studying it a little bit.
We're enjoying it. We want them to enjoy it with us.
Yeah,
not more so they're enjoying us being loud and rambunctious.
Yeah,
for like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because like you can have those moments. Like, don't get me wrong, a hype moment needs hype, but like the whole movie ain't hype.
It can't be.
Like it's
even if you cut it up, it's like, all right, we need some quiet time, some building up to that
exactly.
Moment. Yes.
I need contemplative stuff.
Yes,
but like, so my quick story about Marvel, the one time that Marvel got me good was Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
I'm away at school. I'm in Syracuse. I go to Destiny USA. Shout out Destiny. And I go to I pre-booked tickets. It was during like finals week or something. I don't remember when it came out. It was during I had to be at school. I couldn't come home. I wanted to come home and see it with my family, but I couldn't. I had to see it at school. Or I would have had to have waited like 3 weeks, and I wasn't going to do that.
You was better off.
Like I was like,
the whole movie in tweets.
Yeah, exactly. Like no way.
Broken down.
So I go in to Infinity War, packed theater, packed house. And, you know, I get my popcorn, whatever. I'm watching the movie. I'm watching the whole movie. Phenomenal movie. Easily my favorite Marvel movie is Infinity War.
Understandable.
I'm watching the whole thing, and I'm captivated. I'm gasping along with the crowd. Great crowd, by the way. I hate loud crowds. This was everyone was captivated. Everyone was watching with a purpose. Loved that. And the whole movie, there's a part of my brain that's like, I feel like the bad guy's winning. Like I'm watching this and I'm like they're in a bad situation. Like nothing's going well right now. You know, and Thor comes down and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I still don't feel great about this. Like I feel okay. I feel better than I did 5 minutes ago. You know, Thor's here now, but like I don't feel great.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but the other part of my brain's like, no, this is a hero movie. The heroes are gonna win. Like there's a part of me that like didn't believe that they had the balls to do it.
Yep.
And so I'm watching this whole movie. And he snaps, and I feel my heart out my ass. Like
it's the way they did it, dude.
Immediately, like he hits the snap. What did you do? And that whole thing, and I'm like, holy oh my god! Oh my god! I'm like, I'm hyperventilating. But the part that gets me, all these people are dusting away, and I'm just like, my brain is just not working. And then I hear, Mr. Stark, I don't feel good. I sobbed like a baby. I sobbed so loud, I did not hear.
Everybody felt
I
that.
literally didn't hear anything else Tom Holland said. I did not know the lines for the rest of that scene until it like came out on Disney Plus or whatever.
Really?
Like I literally was so loud and I felt so bad because I was like, I'm one of those people I hate. Like I'm one of those people I hate. Like I'm making it harder for other people to watch this. And the dude next to me, no offense to him, stank like hell. But dude next to me in a Venom t-shirt. Right?
It makes it worse.
It makes it worse.
You stink more now.
Yeah, like that
you really
cliche.
Stink.
Yeah. But all due respect, him, guy I've never met before, was easily 20 years older than me. And you know what? He's out there living his life, and no disrespect to him. He puts his arm around me.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna get teary-eyed. And we had like a human moment. He's like, I got you, dude. And he's like comforting me in the theater. And looking back on it, I'm like, that's one of those human moments that you don't get very often.
Yeah.
Like this is a complete stranger
Yeah.
that he could have cussed me out. He could have like gotten someone and told them to like kick me out. Like he could have been a dick about it.
He could have talked about you for the rest of his life.
Right?
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
I
saying?
could have been this
Yeah.
motherfucker.
I remember this one stupid ass dude, grown ass man,
ass man,
crying in the theater next to me.
crying in a theater,
and I smell like shit
over
so I don't know if he cried
Spider-Man
because of me.
Yeah, and he's probably sitting there saying like, "Oh, this kid smelled like shit." You know, like,
wait, I smell like shit.
yeah. But no, he sat there and he comforted me, and and you know, I stopped and he like patted my shoulder and like we watched the rest of the movie. And we had a conversation at the end. He was like, "Dude, that movie was the best movie I've ever seen." I'm like,
Leaving the theater after Infinity War was
I think so too, man. And he's like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "I'm good. I just didn't think they were gonna do it." And I was so choked up by the fact that they did it, and like I don't know, like I told him, and I stand by this. I feel like it wasn't the adult college student, but like the adult man watching that was not who was crying. It was the like 8-year-old inside me that's like Spider-Man, you know, like that's who was crying, like, oh my god, they killed Spider-Man.
Yeah,
like that.
It's who they killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you can't just snap
like
away.
it wasn't.
You can
it
snap
wasn't,
away whoever, but it's like you can't just snap away those guys.
Bucky died. I'm like, oh no, Bucky.
I'm like, damn, they killed T'Challa. He just came out.
Yeah,
He
right.
just
Like I'm having those
died.
moments, and I hear Mr. Stark. I'm like, huh. Like it hits that childhood in a way, and they really. And the part about that movie too is I then relayed that story to some of my college friends like a week or two later, you know, not super long after, and I'm relaying the story, and there was this dude. I was in my master program, so everyone I was talking to were teachers, or teachers to be.
Yeah,
and this guy was an English teacher, so he's English film kind of interconnected a little bit. I'm telling the story, and he looks at me, and he's like, "Is this like a joke or like?" I'm like, "No, like I'm just telling a story. Like it's not a joke." He's like, "It's a superhero movie. They're gonna come back." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Then why are you?"
What I just seen.
He's like, "Why are you upset that they're dead?" I'm like, "Are you dead inside?"
Yeah.
Like how? Like
you want to be in film?
yeah. Like what? What do you? What you
know?
watch? You watched Marley and Me and didn't bawl your eyes
know what I'm
out?
saying?
Like that? Yeah, the dog didn't really die, but like.
They really weren't the owners of the dog. Like,
Yeah,
if that's
exactly.
The case,
like
then
that's
what am I
Owen
doing
Wilson.
here?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I just really it rubbed me the wrong way, and like it kind of reinforced to me that like movies can be whatever you want them to be.
Yep.
And it can mean anything to anybody. So like I've never ascribed to like, this movie's bad.
Yeah.
The quintessential example I have is, do you know the movie Batman and Robin?
Never watched it. No.
So it's the George Clooney Batman. It's widely considered to be the worst Batman. I think it's almost universally agreed to be the worst Batman.
Yep.
Like even the people who like the movie would agree with you that it's the worst. But there are people who will sit there and will live and die by that movie, and will sit there and be like, that movie was hilarious. And it's like, okay, but it wasn't meant to be a comedy. And they're like, but it was hilarious. Like it's the funniest movie I've ever seen. And it's like, you know what? To a degree, it is, because what do you mean Batman gets seduced by Poison Ivy and he pulls out a credit card with the bat symbol on it, and it audibly makes the ching sound when he pulls, and it says like the first bank of Batman on it. Like it's a ridiculous movie.
Yeah, very
but
cheeky,
like
very.
That's somebody's favorite movie,
And it's okay because it made you feel something.
yeah,
And I'm glad
like,
it did for you. You
there
know what
are
I'm saying?
bad movies out there. Don't get me wrong. But there's still going to be some nut job that's their favorite movie.
Yo, yes, for sure.
And I say nut job lovingly.
Yeah.
It's like someone out there is going to
'Cause
resonate
if you wacky
with
enough
that.
to love that, it's like you have something in you that is good. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll never
It's a-
disrespect
it's a niche.
like some channels and stuff. Some big channels actually will sit there and really rag on shows, movies, whatever, and they get their clicks that way. And I understand it, and I understand that impulse, but it's like serious people worked on these. If a show is made, serious people worked on this.
Yeah.
Like there's some cable TV slop that I'll mock.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
do
for
we
sure.
really need like a 20th cop show? Do we really need FBI Most Wanted, CIA Liaison, and CIS CSI Chicago Med overlap?
And basically NBC.
Yeah, you know,
And you do
you
need
know.
the shows on NBC.
But like,
It's
do we really need? Like, I will mock that. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry, that show's got serious people working on
Yes.
it. Like that's their job. Maybe that's not their dream. Maybe they don't want to be doing San Jose Med or whatever the hell new show they're coming up with.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want to be doing Tulsa PD.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell.
Hey.
But you know what? Maybe that's their stepping stone.
Yeah,
maybe
that
that's
pays the
their
bills for now, and as long as you get your foot in the door,
and that definitely pays the bills. I mean, those cable shows are the ones
they
that
do
are actually
well.
paying the bills. So when a show gets like Rob Lowe on it, like Rob Lowe's an established actor. I'm not gonna shit talk Rob Lowe.
Yeah,
Rob Lowe's like. Rob Lowe is Rob Lowe. Like, I'm not gonna shit talk Rob Lowe, but it's like, you know what? The show he might be on might be bad.
Yeah,
that's fine. That happens.
Yeah,
but it's really comes down to, this is someone's dream. Someone had a vision when they made this, and it comes down to like, how like we got to be respectful of that to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can politely sit there and say, hey, this movie was bad. Yeah. This movie was bad. There's some bad plot holes. Mm-hmm. There was some. I can sit there and say, Stranger Things got worse every season.
I'm one of those people. I stopped watching it,
and
but
it's like season one.
I want people to love it because
phenomenal.
There are people that just love it and they live by it.
Yeah, and I'm not going to sit there and be like, "How dare you watch that? How dare you?" Like you're a garbage human, like or whatever the hell people say.
Like, it's like people y'all convinced me this is a good show. I'll never get there with that, but yeah. If you love it, and they had like the theater releases, and people going like watch parties, I'm like, that's a big thing, and that's what makes people at least feel like they worked on something special.
Absolutely, mm-hmm. And it's like, and people in the industry know, like they don't. I'm sure, everyone's got anxiety, everyone's got all this stuff, and it's like I'm sure there are some people who have worked on stuff that they're not proud of.
Oh yeah,
I mean I know Sir Michael Caine. His quote, I don't know if it was Jaws 3 or Jaws 4, but whichever shitty Jaws 3, whatever shitty Jaws movie he was in. Someone asked like if he felt self-conscious about being in such a bad movie. It was an actual reporter question. Really? And he said, "Well, I'll tell you this. I've never seen the movie, but the house it built is phenomenal." And I'm like, that's a banger quote.
That's amazing.
Like that's
wow.
he boiled it down. He's like, I've never actually watched the movie, but you know what? The house that my family's going to be living in for a generation plus, it's certainly I'm fine with it. And it's like, you know what? Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Something. Do that. You know what? Hell yeah. And I'm a big subscriber to the belief of doesn't matter, movie got made. Like when people will sit there like, was it profitable? I'm like, doesn't matter. The movie got made. Because at the end of the day, the art is what matter.
Yeah, people gotta go through a lot of hoops to get something greenlit.
Oh my god!
By networks and all type of people and
insanity,
budgets and all type of
and getting theater releases and stuff. And that's another another reason why. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't like this. I don't like the stream model. Mm-hmm. I don't like that. There's like movies that go straight to streaming that deserve to see a big screen and to make that money, and there are problems with it on multiple ends, but at the same time it's like, you know what, it also has led to the making of probably more movies.
Yes it's allowed us to be overwhelmed now.
It's
like the ability
to
be overwhelmed.
Too much content. Like it's you have to pick your poison at this point. It's not it's 6 o'clock, darling. Well, let's throw on channel 2. See what's on. Let's do channel 4. Yeah. Your 4 options: 2, 4, 6, and 7. Yeah. And you sit there and you're like, well, TV was awful. Let's listen to the radio. Like, I don't know, but it's like you got your channels, and that was what you watch. And if it was garbage, you paid a nickel and you went to the movies, and it's whatever. And there was an element where that was what it needed to be at that time. And then I feel like streaming is what we need at this time. I think it needs to be reined back a little bit.
Yes.
But like I feel like it is really, if you take all the money grubbing out of it, it's really the system that we need right now, because how many people never went to the theater because they had no one to go with?
Yes.
Or how many people skipped out on a movie because they didn't want to be stared at for whatever reason?
Yeah,
they didn't want to be out. Like you said,
everybody has anxiety in a way.
Yeah, and who's to say, and then there's like, not to make it personal, but like then there's my grandfather who's passed, and for the last I'll say 2 years. About 2 years of his life, he was pretty homebound. Not exclusively, but pretty. He was on oxygen, couldn't get around.
Yeah.
He's not going to the theaters.
Yeah.
That man is not getting up and going to the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't doing that when he was healthy, if we're being honest. So he's
Hey.
definitely not doing it when he's sick.
It makes it worse.
But you know
'cause,
what?
Like, yeah, he deserves that.
He had to find something, right? This was a man that was out and about and did things and liked being outdoors and all this stuff, and he had to find something to do. And he decided on TV and movies, and he couldn't have done that
Yeah.
15 years ago.
But he
couldn't
deserves
have
to
done
have
10
that
years ago.
option.
And he had that option, and he consumed so much.
Mm-hmm.
He watched all of, in like 2 months. I'm not kidding you with this. In a very short time frame, he watched all of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Oh, that's tough.
Because
tough.
that's all he could do.
That's so many episodes, dude.
But that's all he did.
Yeah.
He got up, he had his breakfast, he had to have help taking a shower, and he sat down and he watched he watched Breaking Bad for 6 hours. And you know what? Hell yeah. To a degree. Hell yeah. But like, you know, and there's a beauty in that like on the way out, he got to experience so much art.
Mm-hmm.
So much art.
Mm-hmm.
He was watching things that I swear to God I never would have thought this man would have given a second glance to.
Yeah.
He was watching like some really like progressive stuff.
Yeah.
And like really deep thinking stuff that where I was like, I don't know if he'll enjoy that. And he would sit there and he'd be like, it was the best thing I've ever seen.
That's great.
And I'm like, oh my God. Like, you like that?
Yeah.
Like, and it's not even like this isn't like a subtle way of me being like racist grandpa. Like, not that, you know, like it's not like he was a progressive man, but it's at the same time, like he was old. Like I didn't think he'd watch Stranger Things and sit here and be like, I love this. Like, you know what I mean? Like the modern sort of like Gen Z stuff where like it blows up with like our generation, but like with an 80-plus-year-old, like that's not the target demo. But he was sitting there and he's like, "This was awesome."
They're not even
like,
considered in the demos anymore. You know?
Yeah, nothing's targeted at them except maybe like whatever 5th, 6th, 7th version of NCIS is currently on the air. But like outside of that, you know, he's not the target demo for stuff, and he was out there watching the craziest stuff. He got to see Oppenheimer.
Oh my God, I love Oppenheimer. I only watched it once though.
It's such a good movie, and it was his last Christmas, and I had him for Secret Santa, and I got him that for Christmas.
Yeah, that's
and he got to watch it, and I know that he got to watch it before he got too sick to watch.
That's good. Though.
And it's like it's little things like that where it's like you sit there and it's like there's such a beautiful humanity to it, where you're like. Obviously, I think Oppenheimer's great. Like it, but insert any movie that you think is great, and it's like, you know what? This person got to experience that, and it's and I want to bring that to other things, right? To sort of loop the whole conversation around.
Yeah.
School teacher have to know how to do that. Looping the whole conversation back to the original point is like that's kind of me in a nutshell. Is like there's a beauty in art, there's a beauty in like being here, and the fun part is sharing that. Like art can be an individualistic experience where like you go to the art museum and you look at the things on the wall and you go, yes, Monet. And it's like, but then there's another experience where you go there with your girlfriend, your wife, your significant other, whoever it might be, and you go there and they will notice something in the painting, in the movie, in the TV show that you've never seen before.
Yep.
You've never noticed that. They're like, oh, he made a mistake there. And you're like, huh?
Yeah,
what do you,
that?
Monet made a mistake? And
Yeah,
they're
right.
like, like there's a weird brush stroke there. And you're like, oh my God, you're right. And you look at it differently. And that's what I think reaction content, which is our main content, should be, is I should be providing people a new perspective on stuff that they like.
Yes.
Like, if they love DC stuff, they should be watching that and being like, oh, you know what? I've never thought of Batman this way before. If they're watching our Star Wars stuff, they should sit there.
No fucking shot. Jack just walked.
I told you he was coming in. I told you.
Oh my God.
That's
actually unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Jack, we're talking about you.
We were. Oh,
yes,
amazing
actually.
things. Amazing things.
But like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yes.
like we should be. No one wants to sit there and watch if they think, "Oh, Batman's the greatest guy ever." Like, I don't want to watch a channel that's just someone sitting there being like, "Batman's the greatest guy ever." Prep time, he beats everybody, clears
Yes.
everybody.
Oh my God.
It's like I can only hear that so many
I've
times.
seen it on Facebook for years. I don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Like, it's like, you know what? I want to watch Wonder Man, a character I know nothing
Yeah,
about, and I want to be captivated.
I want to learn. I want to learn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about
amazing.
it's about learning.
Yes.
And I'm not going to harp on that too much as the teacher, but like, that's
It is
my
about
thing
learning.
is you want to learn more about stuff.
Learn something new every day.
Exactly.
If you can. But to wrap things up, obviously, you know what I'm saying, amazing convo. I appreciate you for coming in.
Of course.
But the last thing, you mentioned that you don't want to harp on anything. So I'll give you something to harp on. In a few words, since you're wearing a Buffalo Sabres jersey,
Oh, no.
we got to spin it to the Buffalo Bills. How do you feel about Joe Brady getting hired?
Okay. All right. I don't get to talk about this on my channel, so you're opening a can of worms here.
Real quick, hey, I got to hear it because I feel everybody else is being negative. And I
So
feel like you
here,
got a good perspective about this.
I've got 3 things for you, and I can expand on them. But here are my 3 things. I love Sean McDermott.
Mhm.
That man holds a special place in my heart forever.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, and anyone that's like a full Buffalo sports fan that is over the age of like 12.
Yeah.
That I feel
That's
like
all
that
they
should
know.
be a universal statement.
Yeah.
Right? Is Sean McDermott, even people younger, like yeah, you're right. Actually, the people who that's all they've known, he should also hold a special place in their heart. But that's another. But like Sean McDermott, I love the man. I will never say anything bad about the man. That's number 1. 2, I think it was time. I've sat with
and that's
it.
okay.
I've sat with it. I've thought about it. Maybe that wasn't my opinion when I woke up to the news.
Yeah. Because it happened early.
It happened fast.
Happened early.
Real fast.
No, I was at work the entire time from the moment they lost to the moment he got fired.
It was fast, and there's a part of that I don't like, but I think it was time. I think it was time. I think you needed to clean house a little bit. My third thing is I fucking hate Terry Pagula. I fucking hate Terry Pagula. I hate everything about him. That man has not opened his mouth since he bought, just saying, "I'm so happy to have bought the Bills. They're going nowhere." Since he said that, there's not been a thing out of his mouth that I haven't despised.
I feel like I
think the whole thing was bungled. I think there was no way for. I'll say this: did you watch Joe Brady's press conference today?
I did not today.
yet?
No, I know that Josh Allen was in the walking booth. Though.
Yeah. So I highly recommend watching it, even if just clips. The press conference today of Joe Brady being announced as the head coach. I'm in. Mm-hmm. Tentatively, I want to see the coaching staff built out. I want to see.
Yeah, 'cause they got what, 3 vacancies?
All of them technically.
Yeah.
So technically,
he can bring in whoever he wants.
he said he is bringing some people back. We don't know who. So we'll see. But they're all vacant. Yeah. Like anyone could be gone, and we know for sure who. Some people have already gone. Like Bobby Babbage. Gone.
Yeah, I've seen people actually sign.
Aaron Cromer resigned, or not resigned, retired.
Yeah,
2 different things. He retired.
Well,
and so there's been some other stuff, and it's like I want to see how that coaching staff is built out. But as a man, you know what it reminds me of? Joe Brady reminds me of Sean McDermott when he got hired. He's younger.
Yep.
I mean, Joe Brady's literally younger than Sean McDermott was, but they're both younger guys getting their first shot at being a head coach. Mm-hmm. They both have young families. They both have 2 kids. Yeah. Like the parallels are lining up a little bit. The opening press conferences for both of them were very encouraging. Mm-hmm. It felt good. Yeah. So there's an element of that to me that feels really good. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's my team, and I don't wish ill for my team. So I'm going to root for him. Yeah, I really just think I think the thing that soured me on it at first, and I think the thing that soured a lot of people on it, is I feel like the process was bad. Mm-hmm. I feel like the optics were bad. I feel like everything that came out of Terry Pagula's mouth was garbage. Mm-hmm. I feel like whether Bean is a snake or not, it painted him like one.
Yeah.
I think
So it'll take a lot
if it's
for him to.
whether it's fairly or unfairly, regardless, I think no one can disagree that the way it was done made him seem like a snake. And if it was unfairly, if that was not what went down, because he pretty fervently denied that and took it personally. If it was unfair, not that Brandon Bean's watching this, but Brandon Bean, if you're watching,
Brandon Bean, if you're watching,
if you're watching this,
if you're watching this,
I just want you to know that the optics were not in your favor, and if that was the only case, if it was just optics, then so be it.
Yep.
You know what? But let's ride.
It's
Bills
time to move on,
Mafia. Circle the wagons.
The game was last week,
right? Like
you know what I'm saying? It was over.
It was last week, bro.
Yeah. Ain't it crazy how fast time can fly?
It's insane. It felt so bad. You know what I feel bad about? I'm wearing the Sabres jersey. I went to the Sabres game that was that day.
Oh, Lord.
And the Sabres lost in overtime.
So you're thinking, well.
No. I said it out loud. I said it out loud before kickoff. I turned to my wife. I said, I swear to God, if I have to sit through another overtime loss, I might jump off a building.
Oh, Lord. Well, at least you jump off the building. You're here, so
no. My building's one story, so,
so
you know,
it's
just
the same
rolled an
jump.
ankle,
It's
you know,
snow
tuck and
down
roll,
there.
you know,
Some hard fucking snow, but it's some snow down there. It's some damn snow down
but
there.
that's my and hey, I'll talk sports all day long.
Yeah.
But on a more positive note, the Sabres are rolling.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Sabres are rolling. I'm going on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
I'm a season ticket holder. I got half seasons for the Sabres.
That's good.
So I'm hype about that. But I want to thank you for having me on. This was
Hey, man, it was
great
a pleasure.
conversation.
Amazing conversation, man.
Great,
Amazing.
you know, getting to
no
sit
script
down
is
and-
better.
Yeah,
It's
hey,
free.
If my boss is watching this, no, you're not. That's how I teach. I'm not even fucking with you a little bit. Yeah, like I know what I have like a tent pole, like that analogy of like a circus tent. Like I have the main tent pole, but like everything else is I gotta know where the kids are at that day. I gotta know how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Because I can't plan no super detailed crazy thing and then come in and be fighting a cold.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't do that, and I don't have the mental bandwidth to be changing plans last minute, so I just don't make plans.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm teaching World War One. What about World War One? Oh, America joining World War One. Great. I can do that in my sleep. I'm a historian first, a teacher second. I can do that in my sleep. So run it. I just run it.
That's how
I
that's
just
how
roll
it should be,
through
though.
it.
It feels better that way. You know what I'm saying? Let's give you a topic. We can think about us the way we go. We can find stuff out the way we go. But
build it together.
yes, exactly.
Let's
but we know how to talk. We know what we
explore it
like. We
together.
know what we're trying to do here.
Exactly.
So that's all that's about. But I appreciate you for coming on. Like I said, you were the only one to
Absolutely.
actually come up to me and ask me to be on. And I appreciate you. Obviously, we'll be in touch. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
Yeah.
Our
Our 2 channels collab
I'm saying
relatively
it's gonna
frequently.
happen.
So
soon, yes.
I'm you know I'll speak as the PR manager. I'll speak for the whole channel
know-
when I say you guys ever have any ideas that you want to collab on. We're
sure,
there,
man.
1,000%.
that.
And if there's anything that we're like, you know what, let's get the virtuosos in on this. We will absolutely. It won't be it won't be any Iron Hearts. You know,
Yeah.
we'll try
Hey,
to.
man,
We'll try.
I'm cool with whatever. I'm cool with whatever.
We'll try to avoid that.
Yeah, I told him I'll do whatever. But I appreciate you for coming on. Anybody watching, I appreciate y'all for making it this far. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate all the support here at the Virtuosos. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace out.